In case you didn't notice, there is a virus going around that has caused a global pandemic. I am a full-time musician who plays all sorts of live shows for a living. I usually play 3 to 4 concerts a week. However, all my gigs have been canceled indefinitely because of the coronavirus, so I'm performing from my apartment in an attempt to keep my music train moving through the world. Stop in and listen, say hello from a distance, and throw some money in my tip jar on your way out.
Hello, and welcome to episode 12 of the FastHeartMart podcast. I am your host, FastHeartMart. If you want to know why, just look it up. It's going to be a slow edition of the podcast here today, people, because I'm not feeling super energetic, and that is okay. But first, before I get into that, let me thank my sponsors. Thanks to all my patrons on Patreon for supporting this podcast. It makes a big difference. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the people who continue to tip me through PayPal and Venmo and CashApp. It makes a big difference too. I know that there's buttons now on like Spotify, you can tip me, and Bandcamp, you can tip me now too. So thanks a lot for doing that, everybody. Appreciate it. This episode is also brought to you by Centered Ground Therapy Group in Carlsbad, California. The Centered Ground Therapy Group believes in using radical honesty, as do I, through my music and my presentation. If you're sad, it's okay to be sad. If you're happy, it's okay to be happy. Be yourself, and that will help your mental health. Hey, that rhymes. Also, you can continue to sponsor the podcast by buying merchandise. I just got new shirts in, new shipment of shirts are in, so I'll be sending those out to people who already ordered them. It took like 6 weeks for them to come in. I'm not sure why that happened, and I have a huge hole in my sweater today. But there they are. They're kind of different. They have more of a faded look on this one, which is like a look to it, so I kind of like it. So order those. I think they're $20. Plus shipping. In episode 10 and 11, I talked a little bit about the ultra rich being the problem. And I just want to make that clear. I'm talking about the ultra rich. This is the upper 1%. Most of us have probably maybe even never been in contact with these people. These are the puppet masters that are behind the scenes, probably controlling the president, whether he knows it or not. These are the people controlling just a lot of things, and maybe it's just my conspiracy theory, and that's fine. But I just wanted to make it clear, I'm not against people being wealthy. There's nothing wrong with people being wealthy and working hard for having nice things. That's cool. I'm talking about the puppet masters that are influencing the world in nefarious ways. So yeah, like I said, I'm kind of I don't know if I'm in a down mood, but I'm not in a super upbeat mood. I'm very rarely in an upbeat mood, to be honest. I'm sort of not really an upbeat person, but I can make money playing upbeat music, and it helps my spirit too to play upbeat music. And so I don't want to sound like I'm only playing upbeat music to make the money. I actually believe in the upbeat music that I play too. And I enjoy doing that a lot of times because it does help me feel uplifted, and in turn it helps those around me feel uplifted. But today's episode is going to be sort of more of a downbeat, darker episode. It seems like all of this pandemic is sort of coming to, I don't want to say a close, but it seems like things are starting to open up again, and everybody's trying to go back to being normal, and that's great. On one hand, I think that'd be great. I would love nothing more to get out there and start playing my music again in the world. I think that'd be great. But I'll be honest, there's another part of me that just never wants to go back to that world that we left 2 months ago. It was not a fun world. We were all stressed out. I think that is safe to assume that we were all stressed out, running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And it's been nice to have some downtime. It's been really nice to have some downtime. So I don't necessarily want to see things like completely open up right away or go. Definitely don't want to go back to living the life we were living. I would like to see some big changes happen, and quality of life be increased. I would like this to continue to be aware of the environment, and to continue to be easy on the environment. So I've decided I'm going to take a couple weeks off after this episode this week. I got plenty of garden to do. I've got to organize my house. My house is kind of like really disorganized. I need to get everything in order. I need to do some deep cleaning. I just have a lot of things I need to catch up on. And believe it or not, I've been putting a lot of time and energy into these podcasts, and I'm not sure anybody's actually watching them. And there's a few people, so thank you to the few people who watch them or listen to them. And to be honest, as an artist and as an entertainer, when you feel like you're putting all this energy out and it's not coming back, it can be heartbreaking. And so I feel like it's just a good time to chill out for a couple weeks, get caught up on some things, let people catch up with these episodes that I've already put out. I feel like they're masterpieces and the world needs to catch up with me. So I won't be putting out any episodes for at least another 2 weeks after this one. Probably be 2 weeks at the most, I think. So on this episode, I'm going to play some older, darker songs of mine that I feel have not received the attention they deserve. I've never really been great at promoting my music. It's not something I've had much time to do. It's something that I've been hoping I can meet somebody that could help me with. I've been hoping that for pretty much since I broke up with my ex-girlfriend 10 years ago. She used to help me promote it a lot, but I've been kind of looking for that kind of manager type that's not my girlfriend for 20 years. It's fun having your girlfriend or your wife be your manager. That can be a great thing. But I've always done that, and I just thought it'd be fun to try something else. So I'm waiting for a person to help me with promotion, but it's also something I will do myself in the next few weeks. I'm going to start promoting this podcast when I have some downtime. I have plenty of time to do that kind of thing now, I think. But yeah, these are going to be some older songs that I play today that are kind of darker, that I feel like the world didn't catch the first time I played them through, and they probably won't catch them again. Nobody's listening to this podcast. I don't have any disillusions about that, but is that the right word, disillusion? I hope so. Anyway, yeah, I know a lot of people are not listening to this podcast, and that's fine. That's not the point. The point is I'm doing my best to keep moving with my music through this. And again, I really appreciate the people who are listening. I don't mean to discount you. That means a lot to me that you are listening and getting something out of this. So the first older song of mine that I'm going to play is from 2013. It was a song called I Fell in Love, Then I Fell Apart, which I thought was a kind of a clever way of saying what was going on in my life at that time. I had fallen in love, deeply in love with a person, a woman, and she was in love with me too, I think. Pretty sure. She said she was. And we were in love, and I fell apart for a lot of reasons. I had a nervous breakdown, and I couldn't get myself together. And I've gone through bouts of clinical depression in my life before that. I've dealt with depression and anxiety since I was a kid, but that in 2013, that was the worst case I've experienced, and it was just really devastating because I had simultaneously fallen in love with a person that I was hoping it was all going to work out, and it didn't. We're not together anymore. We were only together for like 6 months at the most, I think. But I wrote this song called I Fell in Love, Then I Fell Apart. Check it out. Even
even if I never get to be with you again. I'm grateful for the time we've had together, my friend. You are the dearest love I've ever known. I love everything about you, girl. I'm not sure what went wrong. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I really wanted to settle down and make you my wife. I don't wanna run from you, but I must get on with my life. I've asked you to take me back and to give me another chance. I realize the mistakes I've made under the circumstance. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I fell in love, then I fell apart. A wise man says I should stay in your town and risk it all. When you need me, I'll be there for you to catch you if you fall. He says otherwise I'm running from the fears that I must face. If I don't, I'll be doomed to repeat them again someday. I fell in love, and then I fell apart. I fell in love, then I fell apart. You make no commitments to me to make me feel alright. If I saw you with another man, then I would surely die. So I feel I must pack my things and drive away to a place I can call home and be happy again someday. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I think the wise man's wrong. I have learned from my mistakes. I've learned how to handle love now when it returns someday. I know that I will lose myself in the beginning. I must let go of all the fear and run on trust and faith. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I fell in love, then I fell apart. I fell in love, then I fell apart.
All right. Well, some people who have listened to that song have told me that's my greatest work to yet ever. And those are usually people who like to listen to Madonna and stuff like that. So I don't really take it too seriously, but I appreciate that they enjoy that song. A lot of people do like that song. I never play it live. I think I've played it live maybe twice ever, just because there's never really a right moment in my situations where I'm playing. There's never a right moment to play a song like that. And that, again, maybe that's something I need to rethink with my career is I need to start playing places where I can play what I want to play too. Like if I want to play some dark songs, I'll play some dark songs, and hopefully there's some people there to appreciate those dark songs, because there is a lot of people out there who like somber music. It can make you feel better. It can make you feel less alone to hear somebody else's somber soul expression if it's done in a way that's beautiful. And I think that song is. I fell in love and I fell apart. I feel like it's one of my most beautiful compositions. Anyway, let's lighten the mood just a little bit. It's time for jokes, for one joke. What did the unemployed musician say to the person who wanted to hire him to play a gig? Sorry, I can't do it. I'm making more money staying at home on unemployment and playing exactly what I want to play because I don't have to appease anyone anymore. I can play whatever I want, whatever my heart desires, because I'm free. Yeah, I know. Most people are not going to find that funny, but it kind of is. It's kind of funny because I think there's a lot of that going to be happening right now where people are on unemployment and they're not going to want to go back to their jobs because they're making more on unemployment than they did at their jobs. I don't blame them. And then now it's time for garden time. My garden is still coming along. I don't get to tend it as much as I would like to. And I hope, like I said, I'm going to be, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be focusing on that more. I'm not sure I'm getting enough sunshine because the plants are still pretty small. My friend Jeremy, the typewriter troubadour, who was here last week on the last episode, he showed me some of his plants and they're like twice the size of mine. So I don't know if my plants are getting enough sunshine or if I need to fertilize them with something. But I'm doing the best that I can as a farmer, just kind of in panic mode, trying to grow some vegetables just in case the food supply falls apart, which I've been hearing from good sources that it is. I hope it doesn't, because that would be terrible. But just in case, I'm growing a garden, and I hope you are too, because it's always a good thing to grow a garden if you have the time. It's always a good thing to boost your immune system if you have the time. It's always a good thing to be peaceful with everybody else that you meet every day, because it's better to be peaceful than it is to be right. Just practice some humility. Ask questions. Don't state opinions unless somebody asks you what your opinion is. I think that's a safe way to approach things, especially during these volatile times when everybody has their own view about what's going on. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing the best I can with my garden, and that is the next song that I'm going to play. It's called Doing My Best. There's also a video that goes with this one, which was really well done, I thought. If you're just listening at home, you can watch the video on YouTube. It's called Doing My Best. It's on the FastHeartMart YouTube channel. But I'm going to play it for all you people who subscribe to my Patreon. I'd like to retitle this song called Am I Afraid of Being Happy? Or Fear of Happiness. Because that's a thing. Fear of success and fear of happiness actually happen. That's and again, hearkening back to my nervous breakdown of 2013, it was something I learned that I think I am afraid of success and happiness, and it's something that I work on constantly. It haunts me, and even though things didn't work out in 2013 like I thought they were going to or hoped they would, I have learned so much. And I feel really good about the things I've learned. It's made me more of a grateful person. It's made me more humble. It's made me more open-minded. And so here's a song called Doing My Best. Enjoy.
Wrong with me? Am I afraid of being happy? Being happy. Excuse me if I don't completely understand this world we're living in. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. Try and live a good life, or am I dreaming? I'm so exhausted at times and I'm hardly sleeping. I'm hardly sleeping. to let this go, but I don't know how. I'm stuck down in this hole and I'm clawing my way out. I'm still clawing my way out. I'm clawing my way out. I'm clawing my way out. Clawing my way out. I don't know lately what is wrong with me. Am I afraid of going crazy? Going crazy. Excuse me if I don't completely understand this world we live in. I'm doing the best that I can. 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 I'm doing the best that I can.
And there it is. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Appreciate it. I hope you have a great few weeks. I will not be back for a couple weeks. As I said, I'm taking the next few weeks off. In the meantime, you can listen to FastHeartMart on Spotify and all your favorite sites. And you can also listen to my podcast on all your favorite sites now, too. Listen to my music and my podcast on all your favorite sites. And that'll help bring in some more income here for me during this weird time. Okay, peace and health, everybody. See you in a few weeks.